Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mercy. I would like to discuss with you today about relocating to England as a parent, as a mom and dad with kids. Relocating to England, I know it can be a very big decision for you, as it was a big decision for every other person, but I'm really happy that you're making this decision. So today, I'm just going to be telling you some of the important steps I think you're going to need to prepare your mind towards for when you come to England, to make sure that your life and the life of your beautiful prince and princesses settle in England safely. Number one, accommodation. Before coming here, some of you might have your brothers or your sisters, or you might have your friend that have decided to accommodate you. Or if you don't have anybody, you might want to send money over or look over the internet for accommodation. Make sure that you have suitable accommodation that will be adequate for you and your children. Also, if you are applying through internet, get the agent's phone number, explain to them the situation of things when you are going to be arriving, just to make sure that there is heating available in the house. Sometimes you might need to pay extra for them to top up your gas and electric for you before you come. But it's always advisable for you to have somebody that can go check the property for you before you arrive. So I know that some people have been asking me to put the prices of accommodation. Depends on where you live. If you live in London, prices are expensive. As low as for 1 bedroom, you might get like £850. For like 2-3 bedroom, you might get £1,600. Depends on the accommodation and the area as well. But if you are living outside London, like Sheffield, you might get a 1 bedroom for like 350, 500. You might get 2 bedroom for like £700. Very good location. So in Sheffield, houses are relevantly cheaper than if you live in London. So make sure that you do your research. If some of you are coming here as a student as well, do your research on what kind of accommodation you're going to be staying, to help you prepare your finance adequately, because you don't want to be here and be struggling or be living in an accommodation that you really don't want. So make sure you Google the place. Thank God for Google Map and streets. You can see everything. Go on Google and do your research on your accommodation and the area. If you are coming here on a work visa, make sure that you know wherever you're going to be having your accommodation, it should be adequately close to where you're going to be working. Or even as a student, wherever you're going to be schooling should not be too far. It should be like maybe few minutes drive, or in terms of transportation, it should be manageable for you. And also, after you arrive in England, the first thing you're going to need in order for you to be able to get a job is your national insurance number. In order for you to get your national insurance number, you're going to have to give them like a proof of address. How do you get proof of address? Then all you have to do is get a letter from your workplace or get a letter from your school, so you could take it to the bank. Open a bank account, and from your bank account, you're going to get like a letter from them to say that this is your bank account. This is like a proof of address. Some people would prefer to have a national insurance appointment so that they can get the letter and use the letter to open a bank account. Any which way you prefer to go, but you definitely going to need a letter from either your school or your employment, which is wherever if you are here on a work visa, they must have given you a contract of employment before you come. If you are a student, they must have given you an acceptance letter. You can go to your school and ask them to give you a letter for you to open your bank with. So in that way, that would be your proof of address. In England, proof of address is like everything. Whatever you want to do, they'll be asking you for your proof of address to show that you are resident in the UK. So you're going to need that for your national insurance number. You're going to need that for your bank account as well. So you're going to need your ID, which is your passport, in order for you to open a bank account and in order for you to be able to acquire your national insurance number. Also, if you are coming as a student to England, you're going to be thinking about your location to where your children's school is going to be. Because when you come, you're going to have to apply through whichever council you are in order for you to be able to get school for your children. Getting school for the children sometimes it takes long time, depends on what time you arrive in the UK. If you arrive in the UK, let's say in April or May, it might take up to September. I've seen the case that take up to September because maybe the spaces are full and your child might have to stay at home before they register them in school for the next academic year. So therefore, once you are coming to the UK, prepare your mind that your children might not get into school immediately. But however, when you come, get accustomed to the area, prepare your mind that if the children are going to be staying at home, is there somebody that will be helping you cater for them? If you are coming with your partner, one of you might decide to stay back to look after them while the other one is trying to sort out all the paperwork to help you transition to your school or your work, things like that. So, and also, in England, schools are given to children based on their area. So the closest school or whichever school, sometimes they will only give you a school that is not very far from your house. So that won't be a problem for you. But however, you need to register your children with the council of the community where you are. Say, for example, you live in Enfield, you need to register in Enfield Borough Council. If you live in Haringey, you have to register with Haringey Council. If you live in Sheffield, you have to register with Sheffield City Council. So that is how it works in England. So employment, those of you that are coming here as a student, or if you are coming here to come seek employment, you don't have employment yet, prepare your mind that you're going to need to do a relevant CV. In England, I know that a lot of people will be telling you that if in England, job is very easy. Job is easy, but you need to put in a lot of work into it. In some cases, you might need to write multiple CVs according. Your CV has to be relevant to the job you're applying for. So, and also some of us, I do know that some people come from Africa and think that because they're accountants in Africa, when they come to England, they're going to continue with their accounting work. You might need to do some training. You might need to I don't know how, you might just need to do some training for you to be able to brush up to the standard of England. You might even be more qualified for whichever role that you're applying for. But do not set yourself that you are coming to England and so you're just going to apply for one job and get it. You might be lucky to get it. Please don't judge me. You might be lucky to get it. But however, just position your mind to say you are ready to put in that extra work. Use your CV. If you have friends, tell your friends about it and be ready to do like any extra training that you have to do. Like the doctors, if you're a doctor and you're relocating to England, you might be ready to do your PLAB before you get into the medical field again in England. So those are the tips I have for you today. Any other thing you would like me to throw light on, please just comment them below so that I will know how to tackle it next time, so we can discuss it next time. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get all my recent video. I love you. Remain blessed.